Welcome to Massanutten Regional Library's online books talks. I'm Mr. Randy. Today we'll be looking at 4 books from Eerdmans. The first book is called It's So Difficult by Raul Nieto Guaridi. This book is a great read aloud and conversation starter. I can see it working well at the end of first grade up through 3rd or 4th grade. It helps make children aware of things that may stress their classmates but may not be obvious things that would bother everyone. As a pre-reading exercise, the class could create a list of things that make us anxious, a little bit worried. It's So Difficult paints a picture of one little boy's daily struggles with routine interactions. Let's take a look. In a quiet voice, I can say little things, but my heart beats very fast and I feel afraid. In a quiet voice, I've said things like, yes, fine, thanks. They say that with time I'll get better, that I need to be patient, but I see older people who can't say what they feel or what they think, people who prefer not to speak or smile. It might be because of the noise. The noise makes everything so difficult. This journey begins on the bus. It follows him to school and all the way back home. You hear his internal monologue throughout the day. He would like to say hello to the bus driver and his neighbor or drop pleasantries like, what a pretty dress you're wearing. But he only manages a smile quite often. His mother, she assures him it's going to get better, but in the back of his mind he has this doubt. The book does end on a positive note as he manages to finally say hello to the baker. This is a huge triumphant step. You could even wrap up with your class by revisiting your class list and brainstorming ways to support one another with our anxieties, things that makes us anxious in the classroom. I think the artwork also speaks well with the words. It's not perhaps what you would think of as traditional illustrations for children. The boy is very small. The people and the noise, it's very large. The lines, it leaves a lot of open space. People also often come across in shadows. It just gives you a general feeling of anxiety, perhaps a little confusion. Works well together. Definitely check this out for a read aloud for your class. It's So Difficult. The next book we're going to look at is The Book That Kibo Wrote by Mariana Ruiz Johnson. Kibo the rhino spends his days doing rhino things like basking in the sun, drinking water from puddles, and swatting flies with his tail. Let's take a look at the book. Like he did every evening, Kibo sat down to write. He wrote about the red sky of the savannah, the silhouettes of the birds, the buzz of the bugs. He wrote so much that he realized he had written a whole book. Well, his friend the crane used her beak to sew the book between 2 yellow covers. The crane flies the book to a hidden corner of the city and drops it, where it's first found by Camilo the lion, who then passes it on to his friend Simon, who is inspired to write songs about unknown lands. He then shares the books with a very nice hen, Valentina, who takes the book with her when she visits her cousin Nanook at the North Pole. This beautifully illustrated story reminds us that a good book transcends geography, it transcends gender, and it can be shared and inspire, and it can inspire others all the way across the globe. It's fun to watch the book travel to all these different places. Beautiful illustrations, bold, but yet subdued. Highly recommend The Book That Kibo Wrote. Our third book is I'll Say Goodbye by Pam Zollman. In summary, a little girl enjoys days at the beach with her uncle. He starts wearing a baseball cap all the time because his medical treatments cause his hair to fall out. Gradually, he spends less time at his beach house and more time in the hospital. Eventually, the little girl is not allowed to see him. And one day, all the relatives come home from the hospital, but her Uncle Mike does not come home. The illustrations and text work together to portray the various emotions surrounding terminal illness. There's darkness, both physical and emotional. We'll take a peek at some of those pages. The sky has turned gray with rain clouds, and Uncle Mike feels sick. He can't feed the seagulls or chase the waves, so I put Herman, the hermit crab, in his bedroom. Uncle Mike and Herman stare out the window at the ocean. Text and words work well together to create that sense of darkness. I go into Uncle Mike's bedroom and stare out the window with Herman. The ocean with its white caps looks upset too. Just a great picture of what anger looks like, an upset ocean mirroring the little girl's feelings. And finally, illustrations and text to show acceptance. Goodbye, Herman, I say. Then I look down at the old shell in my hand and whisper, goodbye, Uncle Mike. So, a great book if you know a child who is experiencing terminal illness in their family, someone close to them is not getting better. I would definitely recommend I'll Say Goodbye. Our final book today will be The Gift by Alain Serge Dzotap. The Gift is a picture book with a simple but clever plot. Leo gets a pen for his birthday. His father assures him there are many beautiful things inside the pen, and he will show them to him when he gets home. Leo is a bit impatient and attempts to get the beautiful things out of the pen himself, but when he cannot do it, he asks others for help. His sister tries. She's not successful. She doesn't do it right. Coco Timbe, the hen, doubts anything so small as a pen can hold beautiful things inside. Super Zombo, the giraffe, unsuccessfully tries to play the pen like a flute. Finally, he returns home and asks, Mama, can you please show me the beautiful things that are inside my pen? She takes his paw in hers and helps him move the pen across the page. In the process, she opens up a whole world of beautiful things, from writing his name to drawing mountains, the ocean, the sun. Let's take a look. There's some illustrations, pictures of the things he's made. When Papa returns, he comes up quietly behind Leo and says, What beautiful things you found in your pen, Leo. Well done, my darling. You're a natural. And I would say so. If you love gorgeous illustrations with a simple plot, highly recommend this book. It's just so much fun, so gentle to look at, so bright, so beautiful. Highly recommend The Gift. Check it out. You can get any of these books once they're processed through our Tech Serve department in any of our 7 branches. If it's not being housed at that branch, we can pull it for you and have it sent to the library of your choice. So please come check out the Massanutten Regional Library.